Miss Nelson has a field day. Well, there's a whole bunch of football players. And let's see what they do. There's Harry and James that did the book. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We like it. For some weeks now, gloom had blanketed the Horace B. Smedley School. No one laughed or threw spitballs. No one even smiled. Miss Nelson was worried. All right, the kids do look a little sad. They're not reading their books. They're not doing their homework. They're just sad and looking out and weird. Very, very weird. Everyone was down in the dumps. Even the cafeteria ladies had lost their appetite. Hamburger again today. And that's all there was. Hamburgers. Take it or leave it. Because that's all they're offering. Oh, I guess there is little things of milk. Mr. Blainsworth was so depressed he hid under his desk. It's the worst team in the whole state, he said. He's hiding under his desk right there. And it was true. The Smedley Tornadoes were just pitiful. They hadn't won a game all year. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And those two look like twins. I don't think we have any other twins. They hadn't scored even a single point, and lately they seemed only interested in horsing around and giving Coach the business. Why practice, they said. We'll only lose anyway. So instead of practicing and running and catching and throwing, they played. There's somebody standing. That's kind of cool. They played and used the goal post as a jungle gym. That's not going to win football games. We're in for it now, said old Pop Hansen, the janitor. The big Thanksgiving game is coming up, and the werewolves from Central are real animals. They'll make mincemeat out of our team. What's to be done? Said Miss Nelson. We need a real expert, said Pop. There's the football team who does not care. And there's Miss Nelson and the janitor talking about how we can make this better and win some games. That afternoon, while Miss Nelson was grading papers, she heard wild laughter. It was coming from the teacher's lounge. Coach Armstrong had cracked up. I'll make us a fresh pot of coffee, said Miss Nelson. Oh, he cracked up and he's dancing on the table and he just needs a little love and attention and apparently coffee. When Coach had calmed down, Miss Nelson took him home in a taxi. You need a nice long rest, she said. The next day it was announced over the PA that Coach Armstrong would be out for a long time with the measles. Measles? He doesn't look like he has the measles. Who will take his place? Said the kids. There's a taxi. Somebody way too close to the steering wheel. And the coach and Mrs. Nelson. Or Miss Nelson. When Miss Nelson passed by Lulu's after school, a serious discussion was going on. We need someone who can really get the team into shape for the big Thanksgiving game, said the one kid. Someone who knows how to get results. It's too bad Miss Viola Swamp isn't around, said another. Who? Said a kid who was new in town. You've never heard of Viola Swamp, said the first kid. The meanest substitute in the whole wide world? She's a real witch. She'd have no trouble getting results. Mr. Blainsworth happened to overhear. He said. Here are all the kids talking. There's Miss Nelson, and there's Mr. Blainsworth. Said Miss Nelson, and she wasted no time getting home. After rummaging around in her closet, she found what she was looking for, an ugly black sweatsuit. Then she made an important phone call. I'll be right there, said the voice at the other end. The next day, Mr. Blainsworth announced that there would be football practice as usual. Whoever it is, said the guys, let's really give him the business. The doors to Coach's office flew open, and out stepped a lady in an ugly black dress. My name is Viola Swamp, said the lady, and I am here to get results. It's Blainsworth, cried the guys, and they laughed him off the field. Oh, rats, said Blainsfield. How could they tell? Just then the guys heard the sound of squeaky tennis shoes. Look at them laughing because they knew. They knew just from the face it was Mr. Blainsworth. My book is falling. Get back up here. I am Coach Swamp, said the lady in the black sweatsuit. Holy smoke, cried the team. The Swamp. Her shirt says Coach, and don't forget it. The team's fullback tried to pussyfoot away. Not so fast, Mr. Smarty, said Coach Swamp. Wow, said one of the guys. Did you see that tackle? She tackled him, and she's going to make him stay and make him play. Coach Swamp was a real expert. She put the team to work right away. The guys had never done so many leg raises. More, said Coach Swamp. They had never run so fast. Faster, yelled Coach Swamp. This is murder, said the guys. Pipe down, said Coach Swamp. In only a matter of days, the Smedley Tornadoes were looking better. running with the ball, catching the ball, catching the ball, and kicking. Coach Swamp really gave them the business. Mr. Blainsworth was a little puzzled, however. "Who is this Miss Swamp?" he said. "Maybe Miss Nelson knows. I'll go ask." Miss Nelson was busy grading papers when Blainsworth looked in. "I don't want to disturb her," said Mr. Blainsworth. "She probably doesn't know anyway." So, Miss Nelson, grading papers, Mr. Blainsworth didn't want to disturb her. Down on the field, Coach Swamp was having a little talk with the team. "And don't ever think you can horse around again," she said, "because the swamp will be watching." They look scared. When Coach Armstrong returned after his rest, he was very surprised by what he found. The guys played like a real team. "How did this happen?" said Coach Armstrong. "See, they're throwing, and he's going to catch it." Said the guys. Oh, my book is sliding again. There's Miss Nelson. There's the swamp. And there's the guys not quite sure how to explain what had just happened. Oh, look at that crowd. Go team. Look, they're all smiling and some of them are yelling good words. "You're doing a good job. Have fun out there." There's cheerleaders. Wow. On Thanksgiving Day, the tornadoes clobbered the werewolves 77-3. It was a great day for the Horace B. Smedley School. Well, that looks like a mess, but I believe the green and yellow team is supposed to be the ones that won because they had most of the points. I don't even see a football. Do you see a football? I bet they don't even know where it is. Mr. Blainsworth treated the whole team to hot dogs at Lulu's. Miss Nelson went home tired and happy. Lulu's and hot dogs. They've all got hot dogs. "Sometimes you just have to get tough," she told her sister Barbara. "And by the way, thanks for filling in for me." "Anytime," said Barbara. "Anytime." So, we have a Miss Nelson, and we have a twin sister who knows how to dress up and scare children and adults and get the job done. I like her, and I like them both, in fact. And there's a black outfit. Maybe this is Miss Nelson, And this is the swamp because of black outfit. But she's reading a book. So I don't know. That is the trouble with twins. You never know which one is which. Are any of you a twin?